All right, I'm here with Lisa Link, who is one of our lead people in admissions. Lisa, how are you today?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
What is your exact title? What are you, and then what do you do? Like, what is that title and what is like your job description here at Cornerstone?
I am the Executive Director of Enrollment for the traditional undergraduate students. So I am responsible for helping bring in that new class of students every fall.
So a little pressure on you, to say the least.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun working with the new students, and yeah, it's a lot of details and a lot of excitement and a lot of faces we get to meet. I love the job. That's why I've been at Cornerstone forever.
That's all, and that's good. So you graduated from Cornerstone. We won't say what year. It's been a long time for both of us. We'll just say it's been a while. Cool. But you've been a unique story where you graduated from Cornerstone and then you started working right away, and you also have your spouse working at Cornerstone. Go through that a little bit and explain to everybody out there what that is to work with your spouse kind of on a daily basis.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. So I graduated from Cornerstone, started working at the college right away. And I met my husband, James, who also works at Cornerstone, actually because at the time I was the transfer admissions counselor, and we had a student who had contacted me wanting to go back to college. So I thought that our professional graduate studies program would be a better opportunity for her. And through a weird circumstance, I ended up transferring her to my husband, James, who was recruiting students at the time too. And then we ended up having to talk about that specific student together. And then we got married after we met because of a mutual student that we were both recruiting. So yeah, kind of crazy.
Cool. Go through that recruiting process. What is that like for you in like the director role? So you may not be on the ground making the phone calls, and you probably do that as well, but maybe not as much as the admissions counselors do. What is that to be the director of that enrollment, and how does that work for you in your daily work?
You know, it's true. I don't get to work with the new students as much as I would like, but what's really cool is that I get to help motivate and encourage and challenge the staff as they learn to serve families and meet their needs. So I get a lot of joy when I see the admissions counselors really thriving in their jobs, and our staff as they work to support the admissions counselors through their recruitment strategies, either by sending emails or creating print pieces, coordinating campus visits. Like, it's such a team effort, and I just love seeing the team that I get to work with thriving as they do that. So even though I don't get to work directly one-on-one with families, I do get to meet them at visit days, and that's always really fun for me too.
Definitely. We can talk about work stuff all day, but that's not the point of these calls at all. These calls, we get to know you and who you are, even away from the work setting. What was your favorite memory of being a Cornerstone student? What is that? Oh, I see the kids are coming in.
Hey, you want to say hi? Okay, I'm going to wrap up this phone call, okay? One second. I know you need a snack.
No, I already got a smoothie. But we got one smoothie.
Okay, you can get him a smoothie.
I'll take a smoothie. I'll take a strawberry smoothie with some bananas. So what is your favorite Cornerstone memory from your time as a student?
Really fun. No, my favorite memory at Cornerstone, I lived on campus all 4 years, and I worked as a resident assistant, so I got to plan some really fun activities for my last 2 years at the university. And I think that just the times that I had making friends, the late nights in the resident halls, just coming up with random stuff to do at all hours of the night. Those are probably my favorite memories of just creating those bonds. I have a friend that I talk to almost daily that also went to Cornerstone and graduated with me. So the friendships are so near and dear to me that I made. That's probably, I know it's not one specific memory, but it's just it's a combination of everything that I experienced living in the dorms.
Well, and I also think the coolest thing for you in your current role is you get to be able to share that with all the families that you do get to meet, and then share that with the admissions counselors that get to share that with the admissions, or with all the students that they get to meet. I think that's just one of the coolest things about this place. Me being a graduate as well, I'm trying to give our student athletes more specifically, every type of opportunity to grow the way that I got to grow when I was a student here as well. So, and I actually want to come in a little bit different, because my experience, I don't think I maximized my experience as much as other people did. So I'm trying to give them a different experience than what I had in many ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us about the boys here. What have been some of the biggest things you guys have been able to do this summer? While we've all got to spend a lot more time with our spouses and our families, what has been some of the highlights of the summer so far for you guys?
You know, we enjoy going to my parents' cottage. It's about an hour north of Grand Rapids, and that's really fun for us. And we are going to be traveling. We love to travel. Going up to Lake Superior and enjoying some camping in a few weeks. That's always a highlight of our summers, getting up to the UP and just enjoying nature together.
For sure. Well, let's go transition. I always ask people a couple of questions. We're going to talk about sports for a minute, just because that's what I do on this campus.
Love that. Love it.
What is your favorite sport?
You know, I actually swam in high school. I was a swimmer, so I love to swim. I also enjoy, I love sports. I love sports. So soccer, basketball, softball. I played softball for a little bit too. Really enjoy sports.
Yeah.
And I have a little guy who is dying for a smoothie. So you need to go outside and I will get you that smoothie in just a minute. I am on a recording right now, little guy. Okay, thank you.
I love it. I think the beginning of quarantine, we all thought we were going to be in this thing for 2, maybe 3 weeks. So set up my office in my youngest son's room, and that quickly became something that we definitely should not have done, because him walking in the back behind you, sometimes he may or may not have had clothes on. So you're like on all these different Zoom calls. You're like, buddy, dude, just put some shorts on. I mean, just put something on back there. So,
you know, I'm in my dining room right now. I should have chosen a room that had a door with a lock on it for this time with you, Aaron. But no, sports, I love sports. I love being a spectator of the sports. One of my favorite things that I did a couple years ago, and it was just make sure I stocked up on all of the Cornerstone apparel for my boys and taking them to different events. They really enjoy that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hopefully we're able to have some events, and hopefully we're able to have fans at events this fall and into the winter. That's the biggest news that we'll find out here pretty soon. So other questions. So you said soccer or swimming. If there's one athlete that you said you may have followed over the years, who is that one person who you have loved watching play? And it may not be a specific person, maybe it's a team.
You know, it's not a specific person. I always enjoy following all of our basketball teams as well, but especially when I was recruiting students, it was really fun for me to work with the coaches to recruit our new student athletes. And then once they came to Cornerstone, be able to be a spectator, cheering them on, because I got to have a role, right, in helping them come to Cornerstone and partnering with the coach as they work to bring that student athlete to Cornerstone. So being able to see them thrive in their sport, whether that is basketball or volleyball, soccer, track and field, it was just really fun for me to be able to cheer them on and to say yeah, you're a golden eagle now, this is awesome. So it's not just one. I could probably think of a few, but yeah, that's one of the things I've loved the most.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest, you said swimming, and I think back to over the years, I can't say I watch a whole lot of swimming, but I remember back to when my wife and I, we only been married a couple of years, and the 2008 Olympics happened, and then the 2012 Olympics happened, and the 2006, and Michael Phelps was that guy that you didn't even know the guy, but you felt like you knew him because you were rooting so hard for him.
All the time. Yep, totally.
I remember sitting in our living room. I think it was 2008 Olympics. And we were up on our feet cheering at our TV, like yelling at the TV for him to go. Like he could hear us from, I think it was maybe Sydney in 2008. Like
yes.
He could hear us, you know, like, but that's what sports do. That's what sports does. It takes you and it puts you in a different frame of mind to support
Absolutely.
something that you don't really know, but you love supporting it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Well, one last question for you that I asked everybody.
Yeah.
We have been in this. I asked our students. I asked some of our staff. We've been in this now for, 4 months between quarantine, stay at home, kind of half back to work, kind of full, still work at home. What's a message that you can send to our Cornerstone community about just this time that we're in to kind of rest assured that, hey, we're going to get through this?
We are going to get through this. I know we are. I have seen our campus community come together stronger during these last several months. The creativity and the drive, the ways that we are not going to just sit still and just react to everything around us, but we're going to just say, all right, things have changed. It's okay. We have a new plan now. Let's get a new plan together and let's implement it. And let's make sure that everything that we're doing honors Christ and supports our students. I have been really thankful to be part of the Cornerstone team during this time. I have been so encouraged by my staff specifically, and seeing that the students we're recruiting are excited about the ideas we have and the ways that we are walking through and navigating through this world that we are in right now. So I'm just so proud to be a Cornerstone alumni, but also a staff member. And yeah, I think a word that I have been hearing a lot is that we're resilient at Cornerstone, and it's true. So we're not going anywhere. We're going to just keep recruiting students. We're going to keep telling them the good news about what we're doing here, and I'm excited about that.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, I just want to say thank you for everything you do from everybody in athletics. I know how hard you guys work in admissions to keep people coming to our campus, whether they actually choose to come here as a student or just the visitors that come and see this place. Thank you for all your work and all the admissions counselors as well, knowing that it's not easy at all. It's not easy, but you guys just keep putting out the great message that Cornerstone has to offer, and then trying to bring people in to grow in Christ. And so I just want to say thank you for everything you do. And now you can go get that little guy a smoothie, because I actually, like, if you can give me the address, I might be over here to get lunch so I can get a smoothie too.
Well, now that we are wrapping up this time, he went outside and is playing and could care less about a smoothie.
And that is the power of a young boy right there. You have something on your mind for about 10 to 30 seconds, and then it's gone. And then you just, you know what? I'm going to go play basketball. I'm going to go play soccer. I'm going to go do some coloring or whatever. But he doesn't even think about that smoothie now.
Oh, yeah. He won't ask for another smoothie the rest of the day. So.
All right. Well, thanks
so much for this time.
Good stuff.
Absolutely. Yep. Bye-bye.